did you apply this mental approach, like this sort of sense of humor as well, preparing for surgery, going through surgery, or were you scared? Were you not scared?
Oh gosh, all of those, yes. Humor is one of the things that has gotten me through all of this. The poop jokes just get me through that because there's a lot that you can just joke about. I mean, even your podcast is like, let's just talk about shit, right? I mean, this is what we deal with, right? So, was I scared? Absolutely. You have a 50-50 shot of making it or not making it. But I felt comfortable knowing that I was in good hands, and if, things were to not go right, well, then that was my time. When I woke up, I mean, we were just laughing, a lot, especially when it came to my husband, and I actually had to calm myself from laughing because it was painful, I just had all this, like, I've just been stabbed with tons of stuff going on in my abdomen, and, so and as I went on my journey after the surgery, they come in, they want you to walk right away to like get your blood flowing. It makes you heal faster. I was out there every day, 3 times a day, walking the halls. And I had a nurse with me, and I was like, I would tell her, I'm like, I want to go again for a walk. And she's like, wow, you're really pushing yourself. And I said, no, it's because I want to heal. I want to get better. I want to start my life. And we would make jokes, as we would walk. I'm not saying I was walking really fast, but, you know, my surgeon came in and he told me, Janelle, you are one of my stellar patients that I've ever had. He's like, you out there walking, you take everything I tell you, you do it. And I said, yeah, this is my body. This is my health. If I don't do this, I will be miserable just laying in a bed all day becoming a vegetable. And going back to that surgery, he didn't take out my rectum, my first surgery, when he did the ileostomy. So, as I had mentioned, I have colitis. It starts in your rectum. Guess what? I had issues 6 months after my ileostomy. I started having a lot of water and mucus. I had 2 inches back there, 2 inches. And I was having the muscle spasms, like you have to go. You know how painful that is when you're still trying to recover from surgery? So I actually had to go back to the surgeon and I told him, I was like, I told you to take out my rectum. And he was like, yes, you were right. So after that surgery, when I woke up, now I don't have a rectum. I don't fart. I you know, I don't have to worry about anything back there. It's so wonderful. So I have to joke around. And so my surgeon comes in and he's like, "How you doing? How you feeling today?" And I was like, "I have to really ask you a serious question. Does this mean I can't do anal beads anymore?" And he's just sit there with a straight face because he's got to be professional. And he goes, "No, Janelle, you don't have a butthole anymore." And I was like, I'm just trying to make him laugh, because I'm trying to get through this with making jokes. There's times that I would joke around with people at work, that I got a new office desk chair for my job, and I was like, it's so great because there's no farts on it. I don't fart anymore. And then I'll tell him, oh, but then my husband sat on it and then he farted on it. Now it's ruined. But you have to make jokes about some of these things because it gets you through it. Before, I would be sitting on the toilet for hours just hoping something would pass because it felt like I either dealt with diarrhea or constipation with colitis. It was always, every day was different with colitis. I never knew what I was getting. Now it's just, I can live my life again. Yes, it might be an inconvenience at first that you always have to empty this bag, but your life could be so much more worse if you didn't have that. Like if you had a digestive disease that caused you to go to the bathroom constantly with a lot of pain, it caused you fatigue, it absorb like takes away your malnutrition of your food at times. You're dealing with anemia, just so many different things that you're dealing with when you have ulcerative colitis that you don't have to deal with when you have an ostomy anymore.